Okay, everyone just relax. Calm down, okay? I understand that it is Wednesday and that the episode aired on Sunday, and I really probably should have filmed my response during the episode, but I was afraid if there was any sound of The Walking Dead in the background of my video, it would get copyright claimed because every reaction to anything that I've been trying to put up has been copyright claimed. And I haven't been able to get it out. Anywho, here I am back again with my messy It's Hot as Shit in Florida bun, and also my wonderful Daryl Dixon shirt. I'm currently on my break, which I have like 20 minutes left of, so I'm gonna try to get this done as soon as I can. My response to the Walking Dead finale is that it was probably the best finale that we've had in a really long time. I was super impressed. Like, I had the same anxiety that I always have when watching, wondering who's gonna get hurt, who's gonna die, because you know it's a Walking Dead finale. Someone's dying, and it's gonna be someone that you're attached to. It always is. You don't just kill random stupid characters in the finale. No one cares about them. I mean, you do, but nobody cares about them. That sounds mean, but it's true. But in this episode, we unfortunately lose one of our most dearest characters who's been around since the prison. And even though I'm really sad about it, I'm okay with it. Because the way she went was befitting of her character. I think that is exactly what Sasha would have done. And I know in the comics her death wasn't as impactful. I mean, it was, but in a different way. Like, in the comics, she dies kind of in a way that we don't see, and then the zombie of her comes, and it's like it's hurtful to the group. This time, we get to see the whole thought process behind her taking her life, basically, and it's really sad, but you kind of understand. And I mean, I don't know, of course no one really knows what they would do in that situation, and how could you know? But it made sense. She realized that there was no way out of the situation that she was in, and that the only way that she can hurt the saviors and help her friends is to be kind of an ace in the hole. You know, Negan had no idea that she had that poison pill, and he had no idea that she was going to be dead when he opened that. And she knew that he was going to be the one that opened the casket. She was hoping that zombie her would get him. She almost did too. So I'm sad that Sasha's gone, but her death was meaningful, and I can deal with that. I know that Daryl fans always say that if Daryl dies, we riot, which, you know, of course I jokingly say that too. I love Daryl. I've loved Daryl since the beginning. But same thing, and same thing with any other character. If Daryl dies in a way that's meaningful and is befitting of his character, like if he dies defending the group, or, you know, being tortured for the sake of the group, and that's how he goes out, then I'm okay with that. It's the only thing that bothers me is sometimes Robert Kirkman likes to try and make a point that no character is safe, and he tries, like last season when he tried to make us think Daryl was dead like 4 times, and he made us wait forever to find out whether Glenn was dead or not. Like, you know, when he was under the dumpster, like, that kind of shit is stupid. I don't think that that's good storytelling, to just be like, well, no one's safe in the zombie apocalypse, so I'm just gonna kill whoever I want, and who cares how they die? This is, you know, fuck you, fans. I don't like that. That's stupid. But if you kill him in a way that it means something and it's gonna drive the plot forward, then I can deal with that. That I can deal with entirely. I did get really nervous. Because even though I have not read the comics yet, I didn't want to ruin anything for myself, but I am going to start reading them soon because, I mean, they kind of weave in and out of the comics, so I really don't think it matters. And it's not like I'm gonna get caught up to where we are in the show within like a week or whatever. I mean, I probably could. I read pretty fast, but I don't have the time, you know, obviously, since I'm making this video on a Wednesday instead of like Sunday night or at least Monday morning. But I know I lost my train of thought. I know that Rick and Carl are still, I'm pretty sure that they're still alive in the comics. So when Negan had them down on their knees, I was a little nervous because, like I said, I haven't read the comics yet. I just know what I've seen online from the comics, and then also I have a friend who has read the comics who sometimes forgets that not everyone has read the comics, and she may or may not spoil things every once in a while. But I know they're still alive in the comics, so I got a little nervous just because I know that sometimes the show likes to deviate from the comics. And, you know, they very well could have killed Carl, and that would have been pretty devastating. They could have killed Rick, would have been equally as devastating. So I was really nervous, and I remember as he's standing there, you know, doing his big chat with Lucille on his shoulder about how he's, you know, really sad about how he has to kill Carl, and he likes Carl, he's gonna make it quick, and I'm just sitting there like, bullshit, Negan, you don't give a fuck. Sorry that I'm cursing. I'm sorry, I can't control my mouth. I have to do it at work all the time, so when I'm home, it just floods out. I'll figure out a way to bleep it, I promise, I guess. You know, whatever. Anywho, so as he's doing that, I turn to my friend and I say, hey, this would be a great time for the tiger to come and eat someone. It'd be great if Ezekiel just showed up and that giant 900-pound cat just ate somebody. And I kid you not even 10 seconds later, here she comes, and wee, and she eats them. Eats the first guy, and Negan's response is probably one of the funniest responses to her. He's just like, oh my god, there's a tiger. And he just runs. And I remember, okay, so let me do a little reenactment of my response. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I can't believe it! Ah! I know, Best Actress Award, you know. Can't help how good I am at acting. Anywho, so that was amazing. The other part that gave me immense amounts of anxiety was when the creepy garbage people turned around and pointed their guns at the group. I wasn't surprised, but maybe a little surprised, but I kind of knew that they were shady when we met them. So when they did it, I was like, oh, really? Come on. And then I was like, well, I guess it makes sense. So I was pretty upset about it, but I wasn't super surprised. And then, of course, Maggie coming in with the cavalry. She's like a general. She's amazing. I cannot wait to see the type of character she's going to become because she's already pretty much a badass. But I know, again, from my lovely friend who reads the comics, that Maggie is about to become like a really amazing character, and she's already a great character, so I can't wait to see how much more awesome she gets. And this all-out war between the Saviors and Alexandria and the Kingdom and the Hilltop, this is going to be big. It's going to be a big thing. It's probably going to be one of the biggest things that we've seen on The Walking Dead. And it's going to be great because Negan is the best villain we've had since the Governor, I want to say. Since the Governor. Because Negan is like, I hate him for what he did, but I kind of love his character. I can't help it. I think he's really funny. Obviously not when he's killing people, but his just personality. I like that he talks in like twisted nursery rhymes, and like he's like a 14-year-old boy. Like he thinks like the most immature things are funny, and he's a funny guy. I can't, and also it's not my fault that they picked Jeffrey Dean Morgan to be Negan. Jeffrey Dean Morgan I have loved since I saw him 1,000 years ago in Supernatural. He was really great for the very small amount that we got to see him in that, but he was pretty awesome as Papa Winchester. So when I found out that Papa Winchester was going to be Negan, I got really excited, and I was not let down. So overall, the finale was fantastic, and I am, of course, very sad that we have to wait until October to see what happens next. But, you know, as I always do, I'll find something else to watch to help me with my withdrawal symptoms. I won't be watching Fear. I mean, I anticipate that I won't be watching Fear. I'm gonna give it one more chance. I think over this weekend I'm gonna finish watching whatever I missed from the last season, and then I'm gonna give this season like 2 or 3 episodes, but honestly, I can't get into it. The concept was really interesting. I liked that they were starting in the beginning. I liked that they were gonna be in a big city, but I feel like they didn't spend enough time on that, like watching the world fall. Or the beginnings of the outbreaks or anything like that, like the weird things that happen before like an epidemic takes a country. I feel like they didn't spend that long on it. It was like, what, 3 episodes? And then it basically just became a worse version of The Walking Dead. And it's a worse version because I don't feel like it's as well written. And here's a telltale sign for me that a show is not good. They are now 3 seasons, or this is going to be, I think, their 3rd season, and I don't care about a single one of those characters. I don't care about any of them. Nick, I like him, and if I was going to say I cared about any of them, it would be him, but the only reason I do is because he played Baby Voldemort in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. It's the only reason that I care. It's the only reason that I bothered to watch the show, to be completely honest. And he's a good actor, but the characters themselves, I feel, just aren't connecting with me as an audience. And then Madison also has some potential, but she has yet to live up to it. Again, I didn't see the whole of the 2nd season, but I lost interest, and I couldn't bother anymore. So I'm gonna finish watching the 2nd season over the weekend, and then I'm gonna give this new season about, like 3 episodes. But if I can't, if they don't catch me this time, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna waste my time. Like with The Walking Dead, within the first 10 minutes after Rick wakes up from his coma, I was already rooting for Rick. I already cared about Rick. I didn't want anything to happen to Rick. So the fact that Fear is already, 2 seasons in the hole, about to start their new season, and I don't care about any of the characters really, it just shows me that maybe it's not for me. So that's really all I have to say. I'm sorry this took so long, but it's getting to that time where, finals and end of the school year, and my job is going to get really busy soon too for like a couple weeks, so I will film when I can, and when I can't, when I can, I can't. Luckily, no one subscribed to me yet, but hopefully people will. I'll go ahead and just say, if you like my videos that you've seen so far, please subscribe and give them a thumbs up. As someone who makes videos on YouTube, whenever I can, it would be nice to have an audience, even if it's just a few people who I can kind of have a conversation with in the comments, and also who just enjoy watching my content. I'll try to upload something else soon. This series obviously is going to be done for now until next October, when The Walking Dead returns to television. I'm also doing some fun things this year, like convention wise, and so maybe I'll film on there as well and post videos. I really wanted to do a reaction video to the newest Pentatonic song, but well, the newest video that they did, which was Imagine, I filmed one, I have it, I've tried to upload it several times, but for some reason I keep getting blocked, even though there are so many other people doing reactions to this without distorting the audio, and not getting copyright blocked. I don't know how to do it. If anyone knows how to not get copyright blocked as a reaction video, please let me know in the comments. I'm having such a hard time with it. If I can't, I'm just gonna film a new one, and it won't be my first response, obviously, but my first reaction to it, because I'll have heard the song already. But I'll just film one where you can't hear the audio, and maybe just put the video there, and then you guys can just listen with me, you know, with earbuds to the song and reaction. Or maybe I'll just film my verbal reaction to it and have you guys watch the video before you watch my reaction. That might be an easier way, and then it gives views to their video, and then you guys can hear my thoughts as well. They also came out with a version of Bohemian Rhapsody, which is phenomenal. I think I'm definitely going to do a response on that. But you know, it all depends on when I have time to film. And I'm late to go back to work, so that's all for today.